Good evening. So this is an unusual time for me, but it's been raining all day. I thought I'd wait till it quit, and it didn't quit. So instead I'm going to do an evening walk, which is always fun, with an umbrella. It's not raining very hard, and the umbrella should be enough to keep me dry, but we'll just stick to the neighborhood here. And let me think. I guess we'll go this way. We'll walk up the crescent to start with, and then decide from there. I'll walk on the other side of the street because there's no cars on that side. Yeah, it's about 2 or 3 degrees. We had mixed rain and snow today. There was enough snow earlier today that it was actually white in places, but it's just kind of drizzling a little bit right now. I can't actually see the screen very much because I turned down the light maybe a little too much, so I might just take a minute to brighten that up if I can. That's better. I'll just step over the leaves here. To avoid the dogs. See, even at this time of night, you run into people walking dogs. Probably don't really need the umbrella, but although the iPhone is relatively waterproof, the gimbal isn't particularly, and I'm not sure about my microphone either, so I want to keep the water off it as much as I can. If it was raining any harder than this, I wouldn't even try with this current setup, or I'd do it without the microphone, because that's actually probably what I'm worried about more than anything else. So it's a few minutes after 7 here in the evening, this time of the year. Still early evening, but this time of the year it gets dark early. I don't know if anybody will find the live stream walking this time of night. This will probably be a shorter walk. Don't think I'll do an hour tonight. But I didn't want to not do anything, so. Another reason I didn't do it earlier was I had a dentist appointment. Oh, hello, who's there? Oh, hi, Lucas. How are you? A little different today, out in the evening. So another reason I didn't come out was because my mouth was frozen from the dentist appointment this morning. I had a filling that was starting to break up, so had to be replaced. And I didn't particularly want to try to talk with one half of my mouth frozen, potentially biting my lip or my tongue without knowing it. So that was another reason to put it off until this evening. And I just thought it'd be cool to do an evening walk. I've only done maybe one before. That was more in the summertime, so. So we'll walk up here. We'll just go into the Cathedral neighborhood, maybe walk up to 13th and see the lights. Seeing a lot of people crossing the street, getting into cars and driving by, which kind of surprises me, but it's not as late as it feels. It feels like I should be kind of out in the middle of the night, but I'm really not. It's only 7-ish. Did a lot of publishing stuff today on the Shapers of Worlds anthology. I got my first box of actual books. They look cool. Sizable books, 546 pages. And you can now pre-order the paperback as well as the ebook on Amazon. Oh, I'm seeing some Halloween decorations. Let's go this way. I see something purple and glowing down here on College. Ooh. I think the last time I went by this, it was not blown up, and now it is blown up and lit up. No, it just quit flashing. Why did it? Oh, there it goes again. I think it's a mummy. Ooh, spooky. They got all sorts of things. They've got ghosts going on the front of the house. And this thing lighting up. I should turn that around so the little thing isn't dangling in front. Of course, lights are already showing up for Christmas. Some people just kind of have them up year round. That'll be cool. At Christmas time, we'll go out and do a Christmas lights walk. I just thought of that. What a good idea. All right, let's go up Garnet here. Off of College, which is a little busier. Surprising number of lights on people's houses even when it's not Christmas. The green and white ones could be for the Saskatchewan Rough Riders as much as for anything else. Now we could do the really spooky thing and walk down the alley with no lights at all. That's boring because there's no lights, so we won't do that. It has frosted, but there's still some flowers hanging in there. Supposed to go to -4 tonight. If it does that, there'll be ice tomorrow morning. Up Garnet here will take us right by the Cathedral. And on to 13th, which should have more lights. Oh, I just did the umbrella there. Huh. I think it just broke completely. Hi, Roger. Yes. Such a dark side that I think my umbrella may have just broken entirely. But it is pretty much stopped now, so I guess I'll put it down. It's only sprinkling a little bit, but it was weird. It's like the umbrella just collapsed all of a sudden. Try opening it again and see what happens. If I can find the button. Oh, there it goes. That was weird. It is sprinkling enough, and my microphone's potentially vulnerable enough to water. I'm going to keep it up. Keeping an eye out for Halloween decorations, because there'll be a Halloween walk later on. Probably Halloween night I'll go out and walk around with the trick-or-treaters. Well, the iPhone 13 has really good low light camera, so it should look good. Here comes another dog and their owner. I don't know if that's Halloween or they just always have that colored lights on their house. Apparently I'm lucky I got an iPhone 13. There's a chip shortage that's going to delay production of iPhone 13, so I'm glad I got mine early. Just happened to coincide with my contract running up, so I was due to upgrade anyway. And Saskatchewan offered a no penalty upgrade for doing it a couple of months early, so I leaped at the chance. I do think watching the recordings that the 13's camera is, it seems to me, noticeably better than the 11's was. So this is Holy Rosary Cathedral coming up in the school here. Oh, I guess it's also called Holy Rosary. We'll walk up by the cathedral here. Playground over here. I think it has stopped enough. I can just close the umbrella and leave it that way. So I will do that. But keep it handy in case it starts up again. There's the cathedral coming up. And then having said that, I start to feel more drops again. Oh, well, I might open it again in a minute. Holy Rosary Cathedral in the dark. I think they painted the inside since the last time I was in there. I saw some pictures of the symphonies program in there, and it had this nice gold color, and I remember it as being all white. So I don't know when they did that. It's been a long time since I've been in. Looking up at the spires there against the sky. I'm going to put this up again. It's now raining harder again. That used to be a nunnery. Now it's a condo building. That's the 13th Avenue coffee shop across from us there. So these are mostly businesses now. At one time, a lot of them were houses, but now they're businesses. Here's the front of the cathedral in the dark. Oh, there's the stained glass window lit up nicely. On up to the steeples there. Thirteenth Avenue. Everything looks kind of romantic in the night, doesn't it? With the water and the side. It has that Parisian feel, I guess. Except for being Regina. Same dog again, I think I've passed once before. This is Westminster United here. Over there you got Des Arts, which is an ice cream and candy store. Very popular. Westminster United. It says so right there. It says Presbyterian, but built in 1912, but it's a United Church now. Brandy's Corner Store, convenience store. Post office in there. I do a lot of post officing at. Gail's Florist over there. Mercury Cafe on the other corner. Pacific Fresh Fish. Mercury Cafe. It's all very colorful, isn't it? At night, with all the water on the roads. And it has a rocket on top of it. You gotta like that if you're a science fiction writer. Here, we'll walk over by Safeway here a little bit. Safeway. No need to go right down to it, but that's where we usually buy groceries. Just Scotiabank over there. That store across the street. Community center. Neighborhood, what do they call it? Cathedral Community Association. Anyway, that's the old City of Regina logo. You've never changed it to one of the newer ones. Liquor store. Very important. Nice and close to us now. Insurance store. Gonna tuck down the umbrella again. Pardon the somewhat jerky camera motion there. There you go. Good old-fashioned neon sign.
Hello.
Every time I put down the umbrella, it starts to spit at me again.
Life.
As I've said before, that used to be the Oddfellows Hall, and I've performed in there in an opera once, children's opera. Oh, who's there? Hi, Ryan. How far is the CFL Stadium from here? Maybe, let me think, 4 blocks that way? Well, 4 blocks to the north, but further down that way. So, depending on how you count it, maybe 7 or 8 blocks. Not far. I've walked down there a few times. Haven't done it for a while, but I will do it again. If you look back, you can find, on my YouTube channel, you can find me walking around there. See, this is 13th. The next one north of us is Victoria. And then you get to Saskatchewan Drive, although depends where you are because of the way it angles. And if you go down Saskatchewan Drive to the corner of Elphinstone, which is way down there where those red lights are in the far distance, and then you go up that way past Victoria to Saskatchewan Drive. Mosaic Stadium is just on the other corner of that. I'm walking away from it right now, though. Tea shop over there. Paper Umbrella is a stationery store. That's the Saskatchewan Craft. It's a craft store, Traditions Craft Gallery it's called. There's a shoe store next to it. It's spitting at me again. That's really annoying. Then we're looking downtown over there. gonna put the umbrella up again. I wish it would make up its mind. Well, maybe not. I don't need it for myself. It's just I don't want to get water on the lens or on my microphones. Oh, I just stepped in a puddle because I wasn't looking where I was going. Isn't that fun? There we go, looking kind of downtown a bit. We'll go down Angus here because I don't want to walk down Albert Street. My nieces used to live in this apartment building, but they don't anymore. What's that? Trying to read it. Is there a casino? Yes, there is. A casino drive. I don't think that's what it's called. The casino is on Saskatchewan Drive. Off in that direction. Other side of downtown. I'm unaware of there being a casino drive as a street name. Oh, actually, maybe this was the one my nieces lived in. Yeah, it was this one. So there's a few apartment buildings along here as you get back into the residential area. Oh, moon's trying to show through the clouds up there, so it's clearing off. Which is why they're saying it'll go to -4, I guess. If it clears off tonight, it'll be colder. Oh, DT. Yes, there's a casino downtown. You have to understand, I normally use reading glasses, and so sometimes it's hard to see what's on the screen. Yes, there is a casino downtown, as I just said, on Saskatchewan Drive. Corner of Saskatchewan Drive and I'm putting up, it's now definitely raining a little harder, and Broad Street in the old railroad station. The trains don't come here anymore and haven't for many years. Huh. It's the second time it's done that. It pops, and then I have to close it in order to open it up again. Well, it is a somewhat worn out umbrella. It's just this or the big golf umbrella, and that seemed like too much. Try it again. Maybe I pressed a button or something that I shouldn't have. How far is my house from here? I'm about 3 blocks away, 4 blocks. Sort of headed back that way. This is going to be a shorter walk than, I'm not doing an hour tonight. I'll stretch it out a little bit though, I think. Maybe go over to Albert Street for 1 block or 2 and take Leopold Crescent around. That's what I'm thinking. Condos here, fairly new ones. Older houses over there. Ooh, artistically lighting up the remaining leaves there. Colorful leaves. The tall building there is a former Sastel building, telephone company. Now it's just an office building. I don't know exactly what's in there. Condos available. So that's a petrol can there, gas station. We'll walk down the alley and go by the deck of the Leopold's, which is a pub. It's a dance studio there. My daughter used to teach it. Well, maybe I'll walk right down to the corner so we can see a bit more. Of Albert Street. There's the petrol can. Good night. There, so you look down there, the building with the sort of gold crown, almost out of sight, but not quite, is City Hall. So it has that crown on it because it is the Queen City. Regina is the Queen City. Even the gas station looks better at night. There, Leopold's, the front. Right next to it is Specs, which sells eyeglasses. Always has a cool image on the side there. Specs. You can actually see into it in the nighttime. And there's Leopold's. And this is the original Saskatchewan Government Telephones building, and it's now part of the Royal Saskatchewan Museum. This is where part of their collection is, and they have labs in here, and fossils and things they're working on. I've been in there a couple of times. It's quite cool. Oh, you can even see into it in the nighttime. Not that there's anything to see. It's a stairwell. Parking over there, and then that's another office building. We'll go up here and walk down Leopold, and I think that'll be it. Even the bus stop looks pretty because of the water on the glass lit up by the tree, by the lights, like a Christmas tree. There's Royal Saskatchewan Museum over there. You can see, if you look in the water, there's still some dribbling going on. There's the museum. I was on the sidewalk when I stepped in that puddle. There should not have been a puddle there. Well, my feet aren't nearly as wet as they were hiking in Newfoundland a couple of weeks ago when we started out from Cape Spear with the rain coming in sideways in the wind and hiked over a promontory over in the direction of Petty Harbor. It was an interesting walk. I mostly saw my feet because of the rocks being so slippery. There's a little more Halloweening going on here. Ooh, spooky. You never know in Saskatchewan what kind of trick-or-treat weather you're going to get. It's going to be pleasant or cold, blowing a blizzard, or a lovely fall night. I've seen it all. Doesn't matter as much to me anymore, but it did as a kid. Because it depends on whether you could wear your, your cool costume or not. If you had to just wear a parka and a mask, that was kind of disappointing. Well, here we'll take this alley, actually. So I wanted to walk down some alley. Of course, if I don't want to step in a puddle, coming down the alley is perhaps not the best choice, but oh well. I won't go down there because that's not paved. Just trying to see the puddles in the dark here. Well, my eyes are doing better than the camera in this light. But I suppose if I point it down, it might adjust. Not so much. Maybe if I tapped it, but I can't really do that. All right. He's going a little fast for the crescent, if you ask me, but their house for sale. Not that you can see it very well right now. Here, just for fun, we'll walk over to the alley just to stretch it out a little bit more towards Davin School there. How long have I been out? Well, over half an hour. That'll do for tonight. Tomorrow will be my walk around the lake. Probably a little later in the morning than sometimes. Lots of lights in their backyard. There's Davin School. We'll go around this way just because I know I saw a Halloween decoration, so won't go in quite yet. Yeah, there's some more Halloween decorations over there on College Avenue. I'll check that out in a minute. We have a street light down at our end of the alley. There's 3 of them down there, and then they just stop, and it's quite dark along this part of the alley, as you can not see. There's that second Sastel building there that's now an office building. And this is probably from the 60s, I would think, maybe the 70s. I think there's kids in the playground still. Older kids, not like teenagers. I've been in that apartment building and I used it, the front lobby, as a setting in a book of mine. An unpublished one so far. There's some Halloweening going on over there. I knew I'd seen some things over this way. Take a quick look. Ooh. I guess that's what I saw from down here. I wasn't sure where it was coming from. Okay, now we'll go down and call it quits. Got in 40 minutes or so. Not bad for an oddly timed walk. Dangers of walking in the dark. I stepped off the sidewalk and almost twisted my ankle. But didn't quite. There's Davin School, now called the Crescent School. Always be Davin to me. That's a nice house over there. I've been in there. It's redone a few years ago. Looks like the moon is getting brighter and brighter through the clouds. Almost poking out. I think I can put this down now for sure to finish off. A couple of years ago I came out and got some really cool nighttime pictures of the moon with my old iPhone. There I almost tripped over a... Anyway, there's the moon up there. So it will soon be a moonlit night, potentially, it looks like. It's the Davin School playground. Oh. I guess those are Halloween lights from the color, not Christmas lights. Don't know if there's any other decorations going on there or not. Let's go take a look. I think it's just lights. I don't see any ghouls. Oh yeah, there are some ghouls and goblins. So it is definitely a little on the Halloween-y side there. And over here, oop! Boo. Biggest hazard is stepping on something slippery or falling off the sidewalk. Clearly walking at night when I'm looking at this thing instead of watching my feet. This house here usually goes all out on Halloween, but they don't have anything yet. They do a kind of a haunted house thing for kids. Very popular. But of course, I don't know what they'll do this year. Right now it's just dark. So we'll come up here and stop at the stop sign, and that will be it for tonight on this unusual pre-Halloween spooky walk. Like I said, I'll definitely do this on Halloween night if the weather. We can get a sense of Halloween in Regina. But for now, that's it. Thanks for walking with me. Bye for now.